back on the scene like a mean machine. We are back as Fans of Patrol time. I'm the host of Fans Patrol. My name is Montego. With me is my groovy co-host, Miss Tifflebot. How are you on the final day of the year, Tifflebot?
Oh, that's right. We're at the end of the year. Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Oh shoot, man. I'm doing pretty good. I don't have any big plans tonight, so that's
Mm-hmm.
fine. I used to be the plan king and stuff. If anybody knows me, the New Year's Eve was tuxedo and parties and now I'm just like, how early can I go to bed without being a total loser? I don't have no big plans tonight, Timbo, but I started the tradition with eating a bunch of crab legs and good food like that and doing nothing. And so that's what I'm doing. I know y'all, your boy, it got old and boring, But like if I travel, I definitely do something. I make sure I'm doing something, haven't traveled on New Year's in a long time because holiday travel sucks, Tiff. What about you?
No, I'm not doing anything.
Uh-huh.
Just sitting at home by myself.
Yeah. Did you ever used to be like,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
all the time. It wasn't just
Oh,
New
yeah.
Year's.
Yeah. Well,
I
New
mean,
Year's
it's
is
not.
a greater excuse to do more,
Yeah, I think that my problem with New Year's parties is that, like, unless there's I don't know, like, if you're gonna have a party, you gotta have a lot of people, and then there's not
Yeah.
many people.
Well, people are always out. I don't know. There's quiet things to do. There's big things to do. I think I'd have had my big days. Not to say that I'll never do another big party again, but I know I ain't doing one tonight, y'all. So what are we talking about on this show?
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
Everyone stay away from me. Fuck you. Fuck you. Happy New Year's.
Right.
Fuck you.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna be a true nerd this well. Last year I think I was
Yeah,
a
what
bad.
are you gonna like watch a movie or some shit? Like, are you gonna do anything?
Oh, look, I refuse. I hated watching the ball drop when I was a child. Watching other people have fun.
Sure.
I used to be like, what the fuck?
Well,
Why do we
let
watch
me
this?
tell you something about those people who are all having fun at the ball drop.
Yeah.
A lot
I
of
did
them
that
are
once.
a lot of them are wearing diapers. Did you know that?
I did not. That's pretty disgusting.
So that they won't have to move from their spot and lose it.
That's disgusting. Well, I'll tell you what
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
So I did that like back in like I think 1994, something like that. I went
That's
with
pretty cool.
my buddy, and he was dating my sister at that time, and I was and my current girlfriend, at that time. So the four of us all went, and it was such a memorable time. My sister is like if drama had an avatar, it would be my sister. I mean, she just brings the bullshit. Those couples who always fight that you always F up
Yeah.
and invite them to shit and always forget how bad they are, and you be like, fuck, why did I invite them? That was my sister and my brother-in-law, and she had a meltdown.
Oh shit, yeah.
She had a meltdown out there. So it was actually more people, and like it was this big old thing. So we got into the crowd, and my buddy was like, this was before cops were like, I guess they were assholes, but they were kind of cool. And so like he would tell the cops jokes, and they kept like letting us move forward all the way till we got to like damn near the stage,
Mm-hmm.
And my sister got mad, and so she was throwing a tantrum. So he like started partying with the crowd, and he was like a court jester and stuff. So that made her mad. So she was hanging around me and my date, and it was like, get away from us! You're ruining the vibe. Right?
I don't know if you know this, sister of mine, but this is a holiday for kissing. So
Yeah. Oh, that was over. That was done. It was bad. So back to the bathroom, right? They were like selling like these big sousaphone, these big horn, like at the soccer games and stuff like that. I'll never forget it. So yeah, I did the old I did in the crowd, right? And the lady who I mean at the time my girlfriend, she was smart enough to be like, I brand it. They did the old crowd thing into an office building. They let her in the office building and brought her back out. So there was no diapers, but maybe there was diapers that I wasn't aware of.
Oh, that's the thing. When I heard that was something that people did, I sort of panicked because I was like, there is no way that like I know there's other things like people do, but just normal people.
I couldn't imagine going
strapping yourself into a diaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta walk around with
Unless you had to. Do you know what I mean?
unless
Like, I
you
understand
had
having
to.
to. I
I'm not
understand
gonna make
having
the
to.
choice, Tifflebot, to do that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be like,
And then
I
I learned
choose
that
that
that was just
normal.
something a
Really?
lot of people do during other. I was shocked. I
No.
guess if someone was like, you can come to this really cool party, but you got to put this diaper on, I'd be like, I got other things to do.
You know, I didn't think about the bathroom until it was out there. You know, it was like 10
I'm sure
something.
there's a lot of people pissing in the street and stuff.
I'm sure it was. It was probably piss flowing through the whole Times Square, and that's before Times Square had got really cool. You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
it was a trip, man. So
1994 Times Square.
1994 was cool, and one time, once in a lifetime, would never do it again. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't even dream about it. But yeah, I did that. So yeah.
The Adventures of Montego.
Repeated in the sousaphone. anyway, anyway, man. So what do we got on this show? So,
oh my god, we haven't even talked about what we're talking about.
look, we just gonna
diapers.
let it flow. Diaper and mad ass sister and all kind of stuff. Fighting couples, Yeah, so we found an interesting article talking about movie trailers, guys. I mean,
sorry.
Yeah, that don't sound that
It's
interesting.
really funny.
But it's pretty interesting. It's about the bait and switch with movie trailers. Sure. So we're going to talk about that. Also, it's not such a new trailer. They had a fallout for Amazon Prime coming, and they had what do you call those things, teasers and stuff. And so I just got a chance to look at the full trailer for today, and I was like, this looks interesting. I would like to talk about this with the people. So that's what we're going to do today. And Jesus, I don't even. And then our middle section will have
we have a game. I'm
what we got
about it.
Okay, we got something. We got a game in the middle. Yeah. And then we went to old Netflix, man, because this what is it? Hunter's Moon, Rebel Moon by Zack Snyder was just the talk of the town. Everybody, number one on Netflix. You got to see it. So yeah, we're gonna discuss Rebel Moon, Zack Snyder, and a whole bunch of mid-level famous people who in this thing. So
Oh yeah, we got some famous people.
Yeah, for sure. So that's gonna do it. That's gonna be all, and then we're gonna go. Are you ready to roll?
Oh yeah.
Let's go. All right, man. It's time to get jamming up in here, man. Speaking of jamming, I just saw an interesting Bob Marley trailer, which we're not talking about today. Starring Al-Haddad, that fella who played Malcolm X. He's played in a lot of stuff. He was in a Barbie movie, but he's playing on Bob Marley. It's interesting. We might want to check that out one day just to see. Yeah. I think it comes out in February. Anyway, Tiff, it is time for social media. Could you tell people the other stuff where they can plug in their headphones too?
Yeah, so if you want to get to us on our social media, it's at Fans of Patrol on Instagram, Facebook, and X. If you want to watch TikTok Reels or whatever they're called, you can get that at Fans of Patrol 0. Watch us on YouTube. Watch us on YouTube. Or listen on your favorite listening platform. Stop! Why do you do shit like this?
Okay, so what I did, y'all. Yeah, Tiff is laughing at me because I pulled up the Raiders of the Lost Ark totem. So shout out to my buddy James, who actually made the whole thing for me. The stand and the
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. He did do all with a 3D printer,
Yeah.
So just because he's my friend, so shout out to James.
Just because he's my friend.
So man, where are we at here? So let's talk about this article.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is pretty.
I'm sorry.
What's up?
It's this is just so ridiculous. I can't wait to talk about it.
Oh, I think it's kind of. How should I say?
There's a point. Yeah,
it's very relevant, man. So we saw this article in Collider. It was like misleading movie trailers that should have been sued over, from Rogue One to King Kong, and they talking about the original King Kong, all the King, So we kind of brought this up a few months ago. We were talking about these two clowns, these two guys that said, we're going to sue the movie, industry over, bait and switch trailers because and they sound like this.
They bought a movie
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was supposed to have Anna de Armas in it, according to the trailer.
They found a movie that they could say this is probably something we can sue somebody over because she was supposed to be in the movie through the trailer, and she wasn't even in the flick. They cut all her scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah. The thing is that the best part about this article, the movie was yesterday. That's what it was called, and Anna de Armas wasn't in it.
Right.
The best part about that to me was that they didn't go to the movies and they didn't buy it. They paid $3.99 to rent it. And then I think they were suing for like $5 million.
Millions they want for that $3, because your time watching that movie was worth.
I mean, I in some ways I understand it because we do not allow false advertising.
Not millions, Tiff. Your money back, maybe.
But no, not the millions.
Yeah.
But they didn't win.
No, they didn't.
The judge did say that you could sue for something like that, because it would be false advertising,
which is all about marketing now these days. It's almost got back to the Wild Wild West where you don't even know what you're buying anymore. So I'm not like really frowning on this decision. I'm frowning on the decision because I think that truth in advertising has become such a goddamn joke. Mm-hmm. And that's what most products, it's just like total bullshit now, So, but I just thought it was interesting because they started like going on all these movies and like they said Rogue One. I knew that one because I remember half a damn trailer was shit that never showed up in the movie. I'm like, where's the scene where the thing did the thing, and where's the thing where you saw the thing and then the lady and then in the thing, and none of that shit was in there. And you're like,
nope.
What? Still, I loved the movie, thought it was great, but. What happened to that shit? They cut it out, so I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, there's been times I think that you've all been in the theater and like you have a weird kind of like you're like, didn't that happen in the trailer? But you're like maybe, I forgot or it was a mistake. And then you rewatch the trailer after the movie and you're like, no, that shit was in there.
There was a scene in Rogue One where the heroine is like standing like out in the sky, at the end of the movie. And this TIE fighter pops up like, ha-ha, like out of the trap door almost. And she started running. And it's like, it's this big thing. They doing a slow motion and everything. And it's like, damn, I can't wait to see that. How the hell could you get out of that? Right. And that scene never happened in the movie. It's like, God damn. So that sucked, Tiff.
Well, there was a description of a movie in here where the trailer implied an entirely different plot for the movie.
Yeah.
Like there was a character that was like, because of the scenes that were in the trailer made it, he would have been like a bad guy. It was really a weird kind of thing, and it changed the whole scope of the movie. And that's the kind of thing that like I understand. Like if these folks had paid the money and they only were watching it for Anna de Armas, which sounds insane to a normal person. Well, I don't want to say normal, but like some people, maybe like quite a lot of people, will pay money to see a movie that somebody is in, like Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
People would pay money to see a movie with him in it because they really like him, not even because they want to see the movie necessarily. And then that would be a reason to say, I didn't get what you promised me.
Yeah.
That being said, I feel like movie trailers are maybe like one of the most, in this situation, easily proven that the advertisement did not match the product. Because a lot of times we buy things that like trucks in a commercial, right?
Yeah.
If 10 years later you start having problems, or 5 years later you start having problems, what did you promise me, right?
Yeah.
It's not as clear cut, but this is clear. This did not happen.
It's clear. Now, they also brought up 1993's Jurassic Park, and this is a whole different thing because when that movie came out and the trailer that they showed it, Steven Spielberg was in his bullshit movie stage. Everything was wonderment and wow. That's what he was doing like in the 90s. It was like, he really had gotten to it. I thought he was just going to, fade away into obscurity, because he was doing movies, but then he'll pull out some movies like The Color Purple and, do some serious work. And you'd be like, oh shit, this dude, he still got it. Well, with Jurassic Park, the trailer was like, Steven Spielberg, like, oh yeah, it's a wonderment. And people took their kids to see this movie. Now, back in the day, people didn't play around with the, kids wasn't in like the adult movies and stuff like they are
Mhm.
now. And I remember like the newspaper was like printing all these stories that, parents running out of the theaters with their kids. And it was like, because of this, y'all showed this Wonderment trailer, right? And then next thing you know, the dinosaur was like, chewing on people. And you had like little 6-year-olds in there, and I guess if somebody younger listening to me say this, they'd be like, oh, little kids as always, but not back in the day. You didn't have kids all in movies back in the day, like if it was like, PG-13 or, a lot of PG got a little, but by the 90s, I think they had changed the ratings and stuff like that. It was like, yeah. So you could have got your ass sued for that. If that was now and now was then, I think
I see
people.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's scarier than
Yeah, it was scaring as shit. It was like,
honest.
they were like, oh, they thought it was going to be the new ET. I remember this article literally saying parents thought it was going to be the new ET, but it turned out to be the new Jaws.
Oh shit, that's very funny.
But the advertising was Wonderment. I watched that trailer again. I remember this trailer. It was
they're gonna save the dinosaurs. No, bitch.
You on the leg, and you're gonna have to watch it. Shooter. That's why you get the movie start, right?
Right at the beginning. Boo, kids, you little fucks. I saw Jurassic Park at the time it came out, and I would have been like 10, 11.
I'm just saying, Tiff. I remember that article. I remember that.
No, that's hilarious to me because there is. Well, I mean, and that's a great thing about the movie too is that the music is very like majestic.
Yeah.
I mean, they show in the trailer, don't they show the like ding when he runs the toenail down the.
Well, they in the first trailer they weren't. No, they kept it real like mystery, So you didn't see nothing, It was like then all of a sudden, it was like, oh shit. But it's a lot of movies, Tiff. I was reading this, going through this article. They're like, here's one from the transporter. Here's one from.
And you're like, oh god, yeah.
Lilo was Kitchen. I'm like, maybe they should have won, Tiff. Maybe you effers should do a better job with trailers and stop using stuff. Those trailer people are probably like, I can do this, and this is not. It won't spoil the plot, or I can use stuff that they're not gonna use. But you fooling people,
Well, and then I also wonder because I don't know the ins and outs of it. I'll be honest, but they might make a trailer before the final cut of the movie.
I'm sure, but hey, Tiff,
like people who making that, so the people making it might not know.
Tiff, I edit. You have edit. We know how to edit. You got to throw that trailer away. And
you got to make a new one.
Get a fresh one right now. You know what I'm saying? Get a fresh one right now.
Roll it out. That shit ain't going to be in the movie. We cut Anna de Armas.
Exactly. The whole character. And then you got them walking around in it. That is crazy. Anyway, I thought it was interesting. It was fresh.
The one that I read about where it was like it changed the plot of the movie, that's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's been trailers that I have seen that it was like, that wasn't what the movie was about.
And I mean, like, yeah, there can be, and I understand that in some trailers, there is like a mystery because the movie itself is going, I mean, it's hard to advertise for something that's like a little bit more ethereal and strange because like there might be twists and stuff that you can't reveal, but you want to reveal enough of the plot to get people to watch it.
Yeah, of course. It's a fine line, and I think they're just doing terrible jobs at it. We always make fun of the slow down, fast music, and another trend I've noticed so bad that happens now is the door slamming over and over real fast. Doom, and you're like, what the hell?
I'm getting excited. Like, it's the drums. Here it comes.
Hey,
we're watching movies.
Stop that bullshit. A lot of times they do it to the beat and stuff. Or,
yeah.
Stop. Y'all need to leave that shit alone. It's on my nerves. All right. Anyway.
Do it for Montego, okay? He's annoyed.
Look, check my temperature. This shit, I mean, the first couple times you saw it was like a cool, but then like everybody starts doing it. And I guess it all stems from that dude way back in the day. He's dead now, in a world where people get naked.
It's like really weird to watch old trailers.
Hear that voice? Yeah.
That you remember, like I remember them from when I was a kid, but like people who are a lot younger, I feel like it would be jarring to watch a trailer from like the 90s.
Yeah, I'm gonna point out one specifically. I watched the Batman trailer from '89, and that trailer, it was so undone. It had no score. The whole trailer had no music at all, and it was just what the hell? Here, here. I mean, scenes that end up having music.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
the whole trailer had no music, and it was. I think at the time I never noticed it, but now,
Yeah, when you watched when you watched them back in the day, you were like, "That's trailer."
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I'll see that movie. Maybe I'll see it. Whatever. And now the trailers are like huge productions.
yeah, yeah.
You know
Well,
what I mean? Like
yeah,
it's, but I just remember some trailers for very popular movies, like for big deal movies, almost just were like had the tone of like a cereal commercial where they're just like, here's some scenes, and then they would talk over it like not even in a world where they're like this couple
yeah.
doesn't know what it's like
To
to
lose
be
their luggage.
alone. Yeah, yeah. So it's like, so find out what happens in
That is
blah blah
true.
blah.
That is
Yeah.
true because that's how they were narrated by some goofball. You know?
Yeah, they were the plot was sort of laid out for you
Yeah,
with scenes
yeah, and that's
in
how
the
that guy got
background.
famous because his voice was so, you know.
Hmm.
Anyway, let's get off of this.
Oh yeah, you guys just go back, watch some old trailers, feel a little bit uncomfortable because it's a different world than yours.
Right.
If you
So
were born 2000 and later, get on that train.
yeah, yeah. So let's check out Fallout. So man, if you ever played Fallout, it's this shit looks exactly like it, Tifflebot.
Yeah,
It's
they've done the
almost
little
scary.
outfits.
I mean, the vault. I mean, so this is going to be a show. It's not even a
Right.
movie. So I imagine they will have a lot of chances to do a lot of stuff and not rush it. This could be ultra ridiculously boring or really exciting, right?
I mean, because Fallout's a game that you decide what you do, right?
Right. But look at the big cockroach. They, you know, goodness gracious, right out of the game. And, you know,
Yeah, right there.
and when you're like fresh in the game, you have no points, and them things be chewing on your legs. Scares the shit out of you. You like fighting a cockroach for 20 minutes, you know. And there's a dog. Did you ever play the one with the sidekick with the dog, or saw the one with the sidekick with the dog?
I've never played any of them.
Oh, this game was the shit. People love Fallout.
I know they do. I know they do.
Except for that last one they came up with the 76 bullshit. You know, they kind of ruined the franchise. But what's impressive about this is that there are recognizable characters from the game in this thing.
I'm assuming that man with the no nose has to be a
Oh yeah, he was your sidekick, and the damn dog, and then there's the shock troopers and stuff.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this is a trip, right? I guess because you've never seen that many people from the vault, you know. So I don't know if that's like a flashback or something. But Tiff, this looks like a dream come true for a Fallout fan. I mean, it looks awesome. The only problem with this goddamn thing is that it's gonna be on. He got one eye. Yeah, because if you got mutants and stuff like that, you know, damn, it's tough. All they did was take the game. All this shit is like, looks exactly like it. Ooh, they go to Big Bear. But what really gets me about this thing is that I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry.
You're just distracted by how good it looks. You're like, yes, I
yeah,
watch this.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen that's listening, I'm watching this thing.
Like,
damn, it looks awesome. It really, really looks good, man. And you know, oh, here's my problem I'm gonna have with this. It's gonna be they're waiting. This doesn't come out until next year, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when Amazon's commercials start. Sure. You know, you bastards. April 12th, it'll be in full commercial. So you're either going to have to pay for no commercials, or the subscription that you have right now is going to be full of commercials. And I don't want to get on that tangent because but
you're getting ragey.
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on what we just watched, man?
I think it's interesting as someone who,
you know about it, right?
I'm around video games, so I know a lot about Fallout. You couldn't not if you like play video games.
Yeah.
Encounter this. It's very, very popular. I like a dystopian future, so I think I would like it. I'm just not very good at shooting.
Well, it's not, you can play that as a first-person shooter. Like it's one of those ones where you can play it like from way far away, from over the shoulder, or or like, you know, a shooter.
Like
I've
first person.
I've
Yeah,
never played it as a shooter. I always played it as like kind of over the shoulder type of thing, you know. And you know, it's turn based, so you can freeze all the action and aim, and you know, you can do the cheat if you want to.
Oh, I mean, I would.
Right.
But watching this as a person who has never played the game personally,
Mm-hmm.
um, I feel like if I knew nothing about Fallout,
Yeah,
I'd still be kind of interested in what's happening in this trailer.
it looked good.
It just looks like an interesting,
Yeah.
like if I knew nothing about
Oh,
Fallout,
I get you.
I would assume it would be. It looks like a sci-fi western. Do you know what I mean?
That's what the game is, and it came through in that damn trailer.
Right. So like you would want to, like, if you were somebody like me, like if you were somebody who turned on Rebel Moon this last week, and you're not somebody who watches a lot of stuff like that, which is kind of like seems a lot of people are watching Rebel Moon.
Yeah,
This is the kind of thing that you would also maybe turn on.
yeah. It looks, the practical effects in that damn thing. You couldn't even see, like, even that roach. You know that's CGI, but it looked real as hell, man. You know, so I'm like,
I think it's a little easier with things that are already sort of in your mind's eye as not exactly.
Well, sometimes shit looks like shit though.
Oh, I
you know,
no, there's
like,
no argument
oof.
against that.
Yeah.
I agree. A lot of times things look like shit.
Right. Sometimes shit look like shit.
That's true. But like in some respect, it already has been rendered as a 3D image in the game. Like, so like for instance, in Dungeons and Dragons, when they render those things, they are often like from a drawing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Or people's imaginations, because But this has already exists in kind of like a physical 3D form. So when it's taken over into like another 3D form, it kind of like lends itself better.
The attention to detail in that trailer was just crazy to me. I mean,
I'm gonna wear one of those little uniforms.
I see people. I used to see people do it at cons and stuff. You know,
Sure.
And you can do anything you want. You know, because you're customizing your player and stuff like that.
Right.
So, anyway,
yeah, I may watch it.
I want to check it out. That's for sure. It wasn't on my radar, but I want to check it out now. And I think that's going to do it. We're going to take a break.
That's it for the news.
We're going to come back with the mystery game and find out what the hell we're doing. We'll be right back.